I'm going to unfold about this important section, which is rank deciding and time saving as well at the same point of time. Blood relation, computer science में direct क्वेश्चन आ गया है 2024 में, विच इज एन एक्सेप्शन. जिस साल डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन का सवाल आता है फिर वो 2, 3, 4 ब्रांच में जरूर से आ जाता है. GTQs, नाउ दिस इज अ कंटेंट विच इज वर्थ इन गोल्ड. इट्स अ गोल्ड माइन. ऐसा नहीं है 4 फॉर्मूले याद करें और ये एग्जाम आपका क्लिक हो जाएगा. 15 on 15 is much achievable, but dear students, greetings and a very warm welcome for the session. In today's session, I'm going to discuss how you can ace the general aptitude section of GATE, which carry a huge weightage of 15 marks. Question number 1 to 10 across the branch will be of general aptitude, which carry a huge, exceptionally huge weightage of 15 marks. Now, today, step by step, I'm going to unfold about this important section, which is rank deciding and time saving as well at the same point of time. Dividend with respect to time will be very high because you can easily score 15 on 15 marks in this section in about roughly 20 minutes. So let's unfold the complete preparation plan step by step in the subsequent slides. We are going to discuss about syllabus, weightage, which I have already told it is huge weightage of 15 marks, and how many questions are asked. We are going to cover about important topics, the complete preparation strategy for general aptitude section, key resources that we need to follow, how to revise the things, and finally we can move on to frequently asked question or common doubts among the students community. If you are finding the speed of this session slightly on the slower side, you can shift it on to 1.5 speed, but kindly commit yourself to the complete video so that you can get a complete hang on of the things and you can completely understand the plan, how to ace and score a perfect score of 15 on 15 in general aptitude section. Session is going to be slightly lengthy but it's not going to be monotonous. Let's see here. First of all, see the syllabus, which is scattered across the various category. Verbal aptitude, which include English usage as such. The quantitative aptitude, which I will talk in great detail about. Quantitative aptitude, analytical aptitude and spatial aptitude in my subsequent slide I'm going to talk in great detail. Now, thing is, verbal aptitude section can include simple question based upon easy vocabulary. It can include question on tenses, usage of different parts of the speech, article, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb. It can include questions based upon subject-verb agreement. It can have questions on clauses. It can include questions on really simple understanding of English as a language. If you have been reading, more or less the questions are much more on the manageable side rather than as compared to other exams like CAT or SSC or some other exam. Verbal ability happens to be a easy area which can be easily solved in the stipulated time. And the important area is the critical reasoning questions have been in high frequency in the recent years. Right, so there will be a small passage given to you. You have to comprehend it and then critically evaluate the arguments given in the passage, and subsequently you need to check with one of the option which is going to be the correct answer here. Apart from it, the other areas, quantitative ability and reasoning and special aptitude, I will cover in my subsequent slide. So now let's understand what does aptitude part of it and reasoning part of it includes and what are the important topics here. First of all, I will tell you about the topics which are included, and then subsequently we will move on to the most important thing that are absolutely non-negotiable. जो चीजें आपको बिल्कुल 100% करके ही करके जानी है, उसके ऊपर हम बात करेंगे. देखिएगा, important topics यहाँ पे रहेंगे हमारे नंबर सिस्टम, सेट थ्योरी, टाइम एंड वर्क, परसेंटेज, प्रॉफिट लॉस, टाइम स्पीड एंड डिस्टेंस, रेशियो proportion. The most important thing will remain to be algebra, geometry and spatial geometry. It is the most important area. If we see questions in algebra can be from logarithms, they can be from APGP, it can be simple questions based upon functions, graph, quadratics. The best part of the algebra is that the questions are going to be on the easier side, and most of the question will require less than a minute's time. Most of the questions can be solved by options, truncating the question to a shorter question and putting external values. These things are going to be of immense help in solving questions in GATE in general and algebra in particular. So please make sure this is phenomenally important. There can be a couple of questions from maximum minima, functions and graph as well. Geometry is another very important area which will include questions based upon similar triangle, right angle triangle, isosceles right angle triangle. It can have questions based upon 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle, areas, various theorems related to triangles and circles. And the best part is here that the questions in geometry are slightly on the higher level of difficulty, though the questions are more or less manageable by unconventional approach. So you need to be on your toes while tackling these important areas: algebra, geometry and spatial geometry. Another very important area is spatial geometry. Spatial geometry will be all about what could be the next figure. 4 figures will be given. What could be the next outcome? It can be about the rotation of the solids. It can be about the projections. How will a plan and the elevation of the figure look like? There can be questions upon if a perpendicular beam of light passes through a pyramid, which one of the following cannot be the outcome of the projections. And there can be questions which are mixed with geometrical concepts like area, volumes and curved surfaces. If a figure is going to be rotated, then what is going to be the outcome of these parameters which are important: volumes, curved surfaces and total surfaces, which we cover in geometry as well. So a right mix of these two concepts invariably can be used. तो ज्योमेट्री के साथ स्पेशल ज्योमेट्री के भी कंसेप्ट मिक्स होके सवाल आ सकते हैं. सो ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा हमारा एल्जेब्रा, ज्योमेट्री एंड स्पेशल ज्योमेट्री. दिस विल फॉर्म द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. Next that we are going to see is usually GATE avoids any question on SICI. They have been very uncommon as such. And permutation, combination and probability is a very important area. Probability, which is covered in maths, engineering maths, but the questions appears in aptitude as well and engineering maths as well. So it is quite important. On and off there have been questions from permutation and combination. They've restricted themselves usually to easy question based upon fundamental principle of counting, but it reminds me of mechanical engineering GATE 2023, where there was a really tough question based upon permutation combination. It had happened on couple of occasions as well, but ideally this will remain important. Permutation and combination and probability. And elementary statistics, there have been on and off questions from elementary statistics, which includes mean, median, mode and simple questions based upon their application. So here we have summed up quite important areas: number system, set theory, time and work, percentage, profit loss, time, speed and distance, and ratio, proportion, mixtures. Algebra, geometry, special geometry being the most important one. Permutation, combination, probability and elementary statistics are also important. So those who have been studying with us, they know the complete coverage we have done in the class. But other students, those who are studying on their own, you cannot afford to miss on these aptitude areas. You can pause the video for a while and you can mark these areas, right? Let's move on to the reasoning part of it. Usually GATE avoids question on pure questions based upon blood relation. Blood relation, seating arrangement are not that important, but surprisingly after so many years there have been a question in computer science in 2024. So that's why I'm going to tell you important areas, but you cannot leave anything to chance. Gone are the days when a student, they used to cover few topics and they still used to manage the exam. The cutthroat competition out there is signaling us that we should definitely prepare width and the depth of the exam, because it's going to be a highly conceptual exam. So we need to go in the depth, and because we cannot leave anything to chance, so we need to cover all the topics in fact. ब्लड रिलेशन कंप्यूटर साइंस में डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ गया है 2024 में, विच इज एन एक्सेप्शन. यूजुअली दे अवॉइड आस्किंग इट. सीटिंग अरेंजमेंट, direct question based upon seating arrangement are also not asked, but the application in permutation, combination and other areas will become important, right? Directions on and off, there have been question in gate, right? Cube, not so frequent, but a couple of questions can be seen here and there in past years. Data interpretation will again come out to be important. Data interpretation is very important. जिस साल डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन का सवाल आता है फिर वो 2, 3, 4 ब्रांच में जरूर से आ जाता है. हमेशा डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन का सवाल नहीं आता है, बट ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया है. क्वेश्चंस कैन बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम rate of change, growth rate, percentage increase, decline rate. They can be simple question based upon bar graph. They can be question based upon pie chart or a combination of the pie charts. They can be also questions based upon application of the percentage in GDP and calculating the percentage increase, percentage decrease in the fiscal deficit and other areas. So this will remain very manageable. The only thing is that you need to scroll. A graph will be given, subsequently the questions will be given. The student, they often tell us that the DI question occupies the more space on the screen. So there is a problem of scrolling the question, looking up and down quite often in order to referring to the data and solving the question, but that will be common to all the aspirant. In DI, my only suggestion is spend disproportionate time in reading the question. Yes, you got me right. You need to spend more time in reading the question, thereby your time taken for solving the question will reduce drastically and your chances of committing error will also reduce drastically. So DI is an important area. Syllogism is a very important area. On and off there have been questions from syllogism, right? Some A are B, all A are B, and this is a phenomenally important area. So this is going to be an important area. Analytical ability is also a very important area. We can get here questions based upon data arrangement, questions based upon comparison, like A's height is more than B, B is less than C, and comparison in who comes before, who comes after based upon a passage. So these questions have been in frequency in GATE. So analytic ability followed by puzzles. On and off, GATE had surprised us by asking couple of manageable puzzle across and over years. So neck of problem solving is very important. Looking at a fresh question and ability to think on it right on the spot is also very, very important, right? On and off question have been from number series, alphabetic series and other areas. So subsequently couple of questions are always asked on number series, coding, decoding, letter series, which are based upon few rules. You need to learn squares, you need to learn cubes, you need to remember 1 upon x values for 1 till 1 upon 20. So empowering you to solve these questions in a shorter span of time. These questions are also quite common in GATE. So from here I can say the important part will remain to be direction, data interpretation, syllogism very important, analytical ability and puzzles. On and off there have been questions which will demand thinking right on the spot as and where it is required. So make sure that you write test series, you hone up your skills and you solve fresh questions as well apart from PYQs, which I'm going to discuss in my next slide. So these are the important areas. On and off question from number series and letter series are always present. There are few rules that we most are aware about the ranking and all those problems. Now weightage. Weightage is, as I have already told you, weightage is 15 marks from 10 questions and I will discuss it in great detail. Weightage is 15 marks from 10 questions. It will mean there will be 5 questions across the year. This have been pattern, 5 questions each carrying 2 marks, that will make it 10 marks, and 5 questions carrying 1 mark each, that will make it 5 marks. So total it's going to be 15 marks coming from 10 questions. 10 questions will contribute to 15 marks. What is the distribution for these 3 areas? We are talking about quantitative aptitude, reasoning, which will include DI as well, and then verbal ability. So quantitative aptitude, reasoning and verbal ability all together, these are 10 questions summing up to 15 marks. Now you will be surely interested in what is the distribution among them. See, in aptitude and reasoning, questions are interchangingly asked. Sometimes there are more questions from aptitude, at other times there have been more questions from reasoning and DI. So it will vary depending upon year to year, but the distribution among these two areas in English can be summed up as, for example, these 15 marks are going to be distributed as, these 15 marks are QA and reasoning, quantitative ability, reasoning, and we can say DI, this data interpretation, which will make for roughly 9 to 13 marks. Usually the marks have been more than 10, and here English or verbal ability, what we call it as English section, which will carry 2 to 6 marks, right? Minimum QA questions have been 5 questions and maximum QA questions have been 8 questions. The questions will vary from 5 questions to 8 questions, and the marks will vary from 9 to 13 marks. Usually it had been more than 10 marks. So English have been usually for less than 5 marks. This is the distribution summing up to 15 marks. If QA is going to be 9, English is going to be 6. If QA is going to be 13, English is going to be 2. In aptitude, there have been 5 to 8 questions summing up to roughly 9 to 13 marks, which had varied across the branch and which varies across the years as well. So I hope this distribution is absolutely clear. The questions are spread across 3 categories. The categories are MCQ, NAT and MSQ. So far MSQ एप्टीट्यूड में एक भी नहीं आया है, अभी तक MSQ एप्टीट्यूड में एक भी नहीं आया. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आएगा भी नहीं. Across the paper you can find MSQs in technical areas, right? MCQ means single answer will be correct. NAT means you have to type the answer through virtual keyboard. For example, what is the efficiency of the power plant in percentage? Then you need to type the answer through. So NAT में आपको आंसर टाइप करना होता है. MSQ में सिंगल आंसर विल बी करेक्ट. इन मल्टीपल सेलेक्ट क्वेश्चन देयर कैन बी मोर देन वन आंसर दैट कैन बी correct. So far aptitude had not been assigned even a single question on MSQ, but anytime MSQ can be also a part of aptitude, right? Now I hope this idea is absolutely clear how these 15 marks are going to be distributed, and QA and reasoning can vary. They can be interchangingly used. That is the element of the surprise which examiner keeps up to him, right? Another thing, key resources. Now very important, how can you go about the things and how can you be bang on the target. So let's discuss about the key resources that we need to follow. The first and the foremost key resource will include your class notes. Class notes is essentially the most sacrosanct resource that you need to follow religiously, and as many times you will follow this, your level of expertise, your level of comfort will grow in the subject. Not only in aptitude, in other areas as well. You can rely thoroughly on your class notes, which will have all arsenal that will be required for scoring exceptionally high in exam. Now after referring to the class notes, once you have understood the concept, in order to see whether you are able to get a strong hold on the concept, it can be checked through workbook. Avoid solving questions here and there from यहाँ से वेबसाइट से वहाँ से यहाँ से लेके क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करें, फाइनली पता लगता है कि इट्स हैज सम एरर. You have wasted your time and you have not got an authentic question as well. So picking up questions from here and there, erroneous sources spread across the internet, kindly avoid that. Follow a standard book or a standard pedagogy for scoring high. Made Easy workbook is an excellent compilation of questions based upon the latest trend and based upon what type of questions are asked. So workbook will enable you to solve question across the topics and thereby building your confidence. The next important thing is get PYQs. It will remain to be the most important part of your journey. Solving PYQs will give you a detailed insight into what type of questions are asked in the actual exam. What are the variations of the question? You will also understand the psyche of the examiner. You will also understand the pattern of the question. इससे आपको ये भी पता लगेगा क्या चीज़ें ज़्यादा frequently पूछी जाती है. So you will be well prepared after solving PYQs, right? PYQs will give you a detailed insight into what the exam is all about, what is the requirement of the exam, where they want a candidate to think upon, why they are repeating questions based upon a particular pattern. All these things you will understand by solving PYQs. Now, test series. Once you have solved PYQs, I often come across a student, सारे PYQ कर लिए, आंसर तक PYQ के याद हो गए. But any competitive exam, like any exam framed by IIT or IIMs or UPSC is bound to throw surprises. Obviously, there will be questions which will require an in-depth understanding of the concept, and there can be absolutely fresh questions which will require a proper analytic and a logical bent of mind to think right on the spot. उसको कैसे करेंगे? उसके लिए है test series which will pose you new questions, right? Which will also check you on your ability to think right on the spot, your logical and analytic bent of mind. Thereby, you will get an insight into how you can tackle fresh questions inside the exam hall. Also, Made Easy test series is written by maximum number of students. So, you will have an opportunity to compare yourself among the largest pool of the students. You will get an opportunity to hone up your skills. You can understand the areas we are exceptionally good at it, and you will learn how to capitalize on these areas. At the same point of time, you will understand your weakness and you will find out the flaws in the journey of your preparation. You will also come across these are the areas where I need to work upon, and thereby enabling strong learning fundamental. टेस्ट सीरीज से मुख्यतः 3 बातें कवर होती हैं. एक तो आपको बहुत अच्छे से आइडिया हो जाता है आप कहाँ स्टैंड करते हैं कंपटीशन में, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट अबाउट हाउ यू आर परफॉर्मिंग, इट्स अबाउट हाउ यू आर परफॉर्मिंग विज़ावी द कंपटीशन. दूसरी बात जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपके स्ट्रेंथ एरिया क्या है वो आपको पता लगते हैं. वंस यू प्ले इन अ फील्ड विच इज़ योर स्ट्रेंथ एरिया, यू आर बाउंड टू बी सक्सेसफुल. ऑल्सो टेस्ट सीरीज से आपको ये भी पता लगता है कि कौन से मेरे वीक एरियाज हैं, कहाँ पे मुझे थोड़ा सा काम करने की ज़रूरत है, जो मैं अल्टीमेटली 15 on 15 स्कोर कर सकूँ इस एरिया में. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ज्योमेट्री इज अ वीक एरिया, सो यू कैन फाइंड माई वीडियोज ऑन ज्योमेट्री. देयर हैव बीन कपल ऑफ एक्सीलेंट वीडियोज ऑन ज्योमेट्री एंड यू कैन सॉल्व क्वेश्चन बेस्ड अपॉन वेरी इनोवेटिव methods of geometry. GTQs. Now this is a content which is worth in gold. It's a gold mine for a really serious aspirant who have done the workbook, who is through with PYQs. GTQ is an excellent resource where we'll tell you how to solve questions in very fast way. We spend hell lot of time in designing innovative questions, right? Apart from the question that it ask in GATE and innovative ways of solving the question, we also pose fresh questions which will pose challenge to the student, and then we explain it through shortcuts and various methods which really you will find in books, or if you'll find in books you have to read a collection of so many books. This is a content. GTQs and other videos are there. My lot of GTQs and other videos are there. Believe my words for it, they are content which is worth in gold. So आपको GTQs वगैरह जरूर करने चाहिए, because it's an exceptionally advanced level exam. GATE, ESC or any other exam which is bound to be conducted by IITs, IIMs and UPSC are going to be exceptionally advanced level exams. So you need to get a bit into advanced level of the preparation as well, right? Very excellent resource. Next thing is QRC. QRC, Quick Revision Course, which is often given to students during November and December once they are through with the course. For example, I have done aptitude and reasoning completely in say about 50 hours. Now after that, this is quite like a booster dose that in 5 to 8 hours I'm going to cover everything that have been covered in 50 hours in a capsule form. So QRC is quick revision course, which will again enable you to add that final punch to your preparation during the last month, where you will not have a complete time to refer to the videos again, or refer to the complete workbook again, or refer to the complete classroom notes again. And after you are through with all this, I gave some extra, the ultimate challenging problems to my student through extra sheet, which is high quality questions. There will be roughly more than 150 high quality, exceptionally wonderful questions that are given to students. So these can be the key resources. Now once again I am highlighting it, your class notes, your workbook, your PYQs, your test series in able to get an insight into fresh questions, GTQs, excellent compilation of all arsenal you will require for an exam like GATE. QRC, to add to the final punch to the preparation, and extra sheet which I give to the student posing lot of challenging questions. This needs to be attempted only after you are through with the above areas. Otherwise, you cannot move on to the last area. Let's see the preparation strategy. How we can go about it. Focused preparation is very, very important. Focused preparation means you need to stick to a pedagogy and you need to follow it, rather than randomly picking up questions from here and there, erroneous sources, various outdated sources across the internet, and you are studying something and in exam पूछ कुछ और रहा है वो. आप कोई क्वेश्चन को करते चले जा रहे हैं, उसमें एरर थी, 15 मिनट बाद आपको पता लगा मेरा तो इतना समय खराब हो जाता है. सो यू नीड टू फोकस प्रिपरेशन मीन्स रेफर टू अ क्वालिटी मटीरियल, रेफर टू अ क्वालिटी बुक. There can be n number of resources here and there, and you can refer to Weightage books as well. If you are preparing on your own, there are a lot of free resources like GTQ and other things which are available in Weightage's YouTube channel, and other videos are also available. Now any exam which is worth its salt will be surely requiring analytical and logical thought process. It's not about rote learning. ऐसा नहीं है 4 फॉर्मूले याद करें और ये एग्जाम आपका क्लिक हो जाएगा. तो इसका मतलब है कि ability to think right on the spot is essentially very important in a highly competitive environment like GATE, right? So your thought process should be analytical and logical, which can be homed up by solving PYQs and test series and seeing various GTQs and other resources, right? Concept clarity is of utmost importance, right? There will be few questions definitely which can be done through direct formula questions based upon real simple things like number of handshake, which is NC2 n into n minus 1 by 2, which is asked in PSUs, which is asked in GATE, which have been asked in ESC and a lot of other exams. But रैंक डिसाइडिंग क्वेश्चंस के लिए आपको कंसेप्ट क्लैरिटी होना बहुत ही आवश्यक है. कंसेप्ट क्लैरिटी से मेरा मतलब है अक्रॉस द विड्थ एंड द डेप्थ ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. बोथ द थिंग्स नीड टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ. Gone are the days when student they used to superficially study and they still used to get good marks because of lack of competition. It's a cutthroat competition. So कवरिंग द एंटायर सिलेबस, विड्थ को कवर करना इंपॉर्टेंट है, साथ ही साथ डेप्थ में जाना भी उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो वी हैव टू कवर द विड्थ एंड द डेप्थ ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. कंसेप्ट क्लैरिटी. नाउ अनदर एरिया इज मिस्टेक करेक्शन. While writing test series or while attempting question, you can identify what type of mistakes you are going to commit. Usually there are 2 type of mistakes that an individual can commit. One is calculation mistake. तो calculation mistake हो रहा है, कोई silly mistake हो रहा है, you need to take some time in understanding question of those particular types and you can overcome it, right? And if it's a conceptual mistake, तो फिर आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, फिर आपको वापस जाना पड़ेगा अपने क्लास नोट्स में, फिर से देखना पड़ेगा कि किस कंसेप्ट में थोड़ी सी कमी है, उस चीज को फिर से क्लास नोट से, शॉर्ट नोट से रिवाइज करके यू कैन ओवरकम इट. यूजुअली दीज आर द 2 टाइप ऑफ मिस्टेक दैट एन एस्पायरेंट कैन कमिट while राइटिंग और while सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, अब आ जाते हैं टाइम बाउंड प्रिपरेशन. अब ऐसा नहीं है एक ही एरिया को लेके पढ़ते चले जा रहे हैं। कई बार स्टूडेंट्स के साथ ऐसे हो जाता है, 2-3 एरियाज पे तो स्ट्रांग होल्ड हो जाता है और कुछ एरिया अनटच ही उनके रह जाते हैं। सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डैट आप टाइम बाउंड तैयारी करें, अपने आप को टारगेट असाइन करें। जैसे हम एप्टीट्यूड का क्लास करते हैं 10 से 12 दिन यहाँ पे, उसी दौरान स्टूडेंट्स को बताया जाता है कि आप जरूर से अपना PYQs खत्म कर लें, वर्कबुक खत्म कर लें, GTQs वगैरह खत्म कर लें और जो भी डाउट्स हैं वो आप क्लास में लेके आया करिए। सो इसी हिसाब से मैं एक एग्जांपल मेडीजी क्लासरूम का ले रहा था। आप लोग अगर अपने आप से प्रिपेयर करते हैं, बहुत ही ज़रूरी है आप टारगेट असाइन करिए अपने आप को कि इतने समय में ये आज मेरे 3 टॉपिक कवर होंगे, इस हिसाब से मैं 10 से 12 दिन में ये चीज़ को कवर कर पाऊंगा। अस टाइम बाउंड प्रिपरेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, अदरवाइज वी कैन नॉट स्ट्रेच एनीथिंग ओवर इनफाइनाइट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम। रिजल्ट्स हैव टू बी टाइम बाउंड, सक्सेस हैव टू कम टाइम बाउंड, राइट? देयर इज नो ऑल्टरनेटिव फॉर हार्ड वर्क, प्रैक्टिस एज मच एज पॉसिबल। मैं सिंपल सी बात आपको बताता हूं, यदि आपने 500 क्वेश्चन किसी एक एरिया से कर लिए, द क्वेश्चन दैट विल बी अपीयर इन एग्जाम विल बी 501 question. See the increase in your confidence level when you are going to target the question. In short, there is no shortcut. Immense practice will be required. Practice enables an individual to negotiate surprise. किसी भी एग्जाम में ढेर सारे सरप्राइज होने वाले हैं, तो गेट इन पर्टिकुलर और ESE और एनी अदर एग्जाम इज बाउंड टू थ्रो सरप्राइजेस। सरप्राइज को टैकल करने के लिए इनफ प्रैक्टिस होना अति आवश्यक है। फास्ट अनकन्वेंशनल वे ऑफ सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चन, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ओल्ड कन्वेंशनल वे ऑफ सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चन विल नॉट वर्क, at least in aptitude. We discuss so many things in class, truncating the question to a shorter question, putting external values, use options. Phenomenally, most of the questions can be done in less than a minute's time if you try to approach unconventionally. So rote learning is not going to work. Unconventional approach, unlearn, relearn and apply new methods in order to ace the exam. Let's further build up the idea. Revision. How we can do revision? Aptitude is an easy area. Aptitude reasoning is an easy area. In fact, the entire general aptitude section of GATE, including English, is an easy area and it can be aced easily, provided you revise the things. Timely revision is important. Every fortnightly for 15-20 minutes, you can refer to your short notes, you can refer to your class notes. Short notes का कैसे करेंगे? शॉर्ट नोट्स के लिए आपको जो आपका क्लास नोट्स है उसमें से फिल्टर करके जो जो चीज आपको इंपॉर्टेंट लगती है उसे आप अपने शॉर्ट नोट्स में लेके आएंगे। साथ ही साथ उस शॉर्ट नोट्स में लीव सम स्पेस सो दैट एनीथिंग यू फाइंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन टेस्ट सीरीज, दैट फॉर्मूला कैन बी इंक्लूडेड, दैट इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम कैन गेट इंक्लूडेड इन द short notes. So it's very, very, very important that timely revision along with referring to short notes again and again and updating short notes again and again, right? Because you cannot refer to entire syllabus or the complete notes very frequently. So fortnightly or after every 15-20 days, what you can do, you can refer to your short notes and update them. Now, the quick revision course, whatever is discussed in detail in class, in short form, in capsule form, in power pack form is presented in quick revision course, which will be often given to students during the month of November, December. And don't forget the importance of solving fresh questions from test series. This is how you can revise the things. Timely revision will enable you a lot of confidence in each and every area and general aptitude in particular. Now, frequently asked questions and common doubts. So, very surprisingly, those who are fresher, this will add a lot of insight into their preparation journey and it is going to help you immensely, especially for the fresher, those who are not aware of the pattern and other things. Question number 1 से लेके 10 तक जनरल एप्टीट्यूड के होते हैं, जिसमें इंग्लिश, क्वांटिटेटिव एबिलिटी और रीजनिंग के सवाल होते हैं। 10 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, 15 मार्क्स होते हैं, हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। अब एक बहुत ही जनरल क्वेश्चन बालकों का आता है, बच्चों का आता है, डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस का सिलेबस क्या है? द सिलेबस इज एग्जैक्टली सेम. The syllabus is exactly same for all the branches. It is same across the branches. Not same, it is exactly same. पिन पॉइंटेड सेम। आईआईटी मद्रास इस बार कंडक्ट करने जा रहा है गेट 2027। आपको सामने ही जनरल एप्टीट्यूड का सिलेबस है जिसमें कि कॉमन टू ऑल द ब्रांचेस है। देयर इज नॉट इवन एन आयोटा ऑफ अ डिफरेंस इन सिलेबस अक्रॉस द ब्रांच। इसी से हमारा दूसरा क्वेश्चन आता है, क्वेश्चंस डू वी नीड टू सॉल्व क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अदर ब्रांचेस? डेफिनेटली यस। सेट थ्योरी का सवाल आता है तो वो कभी इलेक्ट्रिकल में आएगा, कभी मैकेनिकल में आएगा, कभी सिविल और मैकेनिकल दोनों में आ जाएगा, एक से ज़्यादा ब्रांच में भी आ जाते हैं क्वेश्चंस। और क्या आपको अदर ब्रांच के क्वेश्चन करने चाहिए? जरूर से करने चाहिए। जो लास्ट ईयर हो सकता है साइक्लिसिटी का क्वेश्चन सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में आया हो, इस साल हो सकता है वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में आ जाए। सो प्लीज मेक श्योर यू नीड टू सॉल्व क्वेश्चन अक्रॉस द ब्रांचेस। इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस एक और है कि गेट 2024 में 8 क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन कॉपीड फ्रॉम प्रीवियस ईयर्स। पिछले साल के 8 सवाल एज इट इज उठा के पूछ लिए गए थे। 4 क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन फ्रॉम गेट 22 copied in 2024. Can you understand the importance of solving PYQs and question from other branches? क्योंकि हो सकता है वो सवाल पहले किसी और ब्रांच में आया हो, अब वो आपकी ब्रांच में आ जाए। थर्ड, there is no sectional time limit or different section. जनरल एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 to 10 होता है, कोई अलग से सेक्शन नहीं होता, अलग से टाइम लिमिट बिल्कुल नहीं होती है। राइट, इसका आंसर था यस और यहां आंसर था एग्जैक्टली सेम। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू फोर्थ वन, स्कैटर्ड क्वेश्चन और ऑल एट वन प्लेस? फॉर जनरल एप्टीट्यूड ऑल एट वन प्लेस। देयर इज नो स्कैटर्ड question here and there is spread across the paper. All questions are question number 1 to 10. इससे एक और बात में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है जिस बात की ध्यान दीजिएगा आप, कि एक बार यदि हमने क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 to 10 अच्छे से कर लिया एंड इन 15-20 मिनट्स वी आर एबल टू स्कोर 15 marks, see what type of momentum you will carry ahead, right? एक कोई पहाड़ पे पत्थर रखा है, उसके पास क्या होता है? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होती है एंड वंस इट स्टार्ट रोलिंग, राइट, सो कितना एनर्जी उसमें आ जाता है। सिमिलरली इफ यू गेट योर स्कोर्स रोलिंग इन फर्स्ट 15 मिनट्स, आपका टाइम भी सेव हो गया। दैट्स व्हाई अगेन एंड अगेन आई एम सेइंग इट इज टाइम सेविंग, रैंक डिसाइडिंग। जनरल एप्टीट्यूड इज टाइम सेविंग, रैंक डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर। तो जो आपका टाइम बचा उसे आप टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन में डाइवर्ट कर सकते हैं, एक चीज। दूसरी चीज, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल ही हाई होगा आफ्टर सॉल्विंग दीज 10 क्वेश्चंस करेक्टली व्हेन यू विल मूव विद अ पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट टुवर्ड्स द टेक्निकल एरिया। Normal time taken is 15 to 20 minutes. Usually, I think 20 to 22 minutes is not a bad time taken for solving 10 questions and enabling 15 marks. Scores. अब यहाँ पे स्कोर की बात कर लेते हैं। 15 on 15 is much achievable. 15 on 15 is much achievable, but don't go crazy about it, right? Do not carry any preconceived notion inside your mind. देखिए ESC के एग्जाम में क्या होता था, स्टूडेंट यूज्ड टू स्कोर एक्सेप्शनली हाई। ESC में 30 मार्क्स का एप्टीट्यूड आता है, 30 मार्क्स का एप्टीट्यूड, और गेट में 15 मार्क्स का जनरल एप्टीट्यूड है इंक्लूडिंग इंग्लिश। नाउ इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप यहाँ पे कोई क्वेश्चन एक्सेप्शनली टफ हो जाए। इट हैड हैपेंड इन सिविल इंजीनियरिंग एज वेल, इट हैड हैपेंड इन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग गेट 2023, इट हैड हैपेंड इन इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग एज वेल। Occasionally it can happen that a particular question is exceptionally tough and unmanageable in any area. Aptitude in particular it can happen, or any area in general it can happen. The purpose inside the exam is to maximize the scores. Winners and losers are separated by runs in cricket, by goals in फुटबॉल, बाय पॉइंट्स इन टेनिस। सो उसके साथ कोई कुश्ती करने का, कोई रेसलिंग करने का फायदा नहीं होने वाला है। लीव असाइड इफ अ क्वेश्चन इज particularly tough and unmanageable inside exam hall, it can be from your favorite area as well, it can be from general aptitude as well. So it is very important, do not take any question on ego. You can be best at this area. Still, if the question is exceptionally tough, you can leave it aside. Purpose inside the exam hall is only and only to maximize this course, right? So 15 on 15 is really achievable, but don't get crazy about कि ये करना ही करना है, भले ये आधा घंटा लग जाए। Purpose of scoring high in aptitude will get lost once you spend unnecessary time in a particular question. ठीक है, तो इस चीज का बहुत ध्यान रखिएगा। स्कोप इज फिनोमिनल बिकॉज गेट हैज 15 मार्क्स। गेट में होता है हमारा 15 मार्क्स का जनरल एप्टीट्यूड, I hope, I'm not sure about, but any of the area will not have 15 marks as high weightage as general aptitude, right, including aptitude, reasoning and English. Now ESC में for past few years continuously for 3-4 years it had been 30 marks, और ऐसा भी हो गया है कि ESC में इस बार बहुत ज़्यादा particularly टफ क्वेश्चन आ गए, बिकॉज स्टूडेंट फोकस करके ही मैथ्स और एप्टीट्यूड से ही पूरे मार्क्स लेके आ जाते थे. नाउ दे वांट यू टू फोकस द एलिमेंट ऑफ सरप्राइज वर, क्वेश्चन वर अनमैनेजेबल एंड डिफिकल्ट इन पर्टिकुलरली इन ESC, सो दे वांट यू टू फोकस अपॉन अदर एरियाज एज वेल. सो इसके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप एलिमेंट ऑफ सरप्राइज को टैकल कर पाए. यदि कोई पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन टफ है उसको छोड़ भी सकें. सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चन इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बट लीविंग असाइड अ पर्टिकुलरली टफ क्वेश्चन विच इज गोइंग टू स्पॉइल योर स्कोर इज ऑल्सो एज मच इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट. एंड स्कोप, कौन से एग्जाम में एप्टीट्यूड नहीं आता है? एप्टीट्यूड हर PSU में आता है, ऑलमोस्ट हर PSU में आता है. एप्टीट्यूड गेट में आता है, ESC में आता है, CSAT में आता है, SSC, every type of exam will include. The scope is phenomenal, right? So I hope these common FAQs are absolutely clear with everybody. Let's move on to the final thing. I have taken a hell lot of time. I was not planning the session to be this long, but if you have been watching the session still, thank you so much guys. I will finally take 2-3 more minutes to sum up the entire gist of the thing. Thanks for being very patient listener. May you always rise higher and shine brighter. And finally I am going to sum up the entire idea. Now as we are aware, 20 से 22 मिनट में आपको ये easily आपके 15 मार्क्स स्कोर करे जा सकते हैं. इट इज़ वेरी मच मैनेजेबल. क्वांटिटेटिव एबिलिटी, रीजनिंग, DI और इंग्लिश के कॉम्बिनेशन से ये आपके 15 मार्क्स होते हैं कवर, राइट. वेरिएशंस इन the marks can be there, element of surprise can be there, more question from reasoning can appear at sometimes, more question from quantitative ability can appear, right. You need to properly cover the width and the depth of the subject. That is essentially very important, right. Now if you are able to build up the momentum by solving these question in least time, see what positive mindset you are going to carry for the technical portion. Also avoid negative marking, avoid any guesswork. MSQ और NAT में negative marking नहीं होती है, MCQ में negative marking होती है. The penalty is in particularly in GATE 1/3 of the marks assigned to any particular question. If you solve a 2 marker wrong, minus 0.666 will be awarded for it, and if you solve a 1 marker wrong, minus 0.3 bar is going to be avoided, is to be assigned for that. So negative marking is to an extent of 1/3 of the marks allotted to a particular question. At any cost avoid negative marking, right. So no guesswork at all. Test series, I have already discussed the importance of the test series. Finally, to sum up the entire idea, your class notes, your short notes, your PYQ and your test series are going to be phenomenal companion along the journey. May this journey be very fruitful, very engaging, happy learning experience. May you always rise higher and shine brighter. All the best from entire Made Easy team, and thank you so much guys.